Hello students, today we are taking the lesson The Tiger King, written by Kalki. The story is about a king who was very passionate about killing tigers. Now why this king was named the Tiger King has a background which I am going to tell you as we proceed with the story. But before that, let us see about the writer. The full name of a writer is Ramaswamy Iyer Krishnamurthy, and he was born in 1899 and died in 1954. And he had adopted pen name Kalki. He was a Tamil author, and he has written many short stories, nearly 120. He has written some novels, novelettes, historical romances, some songs, and he has also been a part of Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement. Now, regarding the story, the Tiger King, it is a satire. A satire is that it's making fun of something. It is talking about the kings of the British rule who just were very proud to look like the Britishers. They were not very much fascinated or proud of their own culture, their own nationality and traditions. They took a pride to be like the Britishers, because being a follower of Britishers or living the life in the style of Britishers was supposed to be a privilege. Now, it is a story, a satire on pride and stubbornness of those in power. It tells about the strange what we call tendencies, habits, or passions of the kings or the people in power. Here the story goes back to the birth of a prince, the prince who later became the king of Pratibandhapuram. When he was born, the astrologers had made a prediction. The prediction was, it is somewhat funny, the first prediction they made was that the king, he is born, will die someday. So it is natural, anybody who is born is going to die someday, so it is not a prediction. So the writer is just making fun of this prediction. And the second he thought was, the prediction made by the astrologer was that he would be killed by a tiger. And when he was just 10 days old, the astrologer came to the king's place and he said that this boy, this prince, is going to be killed by a tiger, as per his horoscope, his stars say. And a strange thing happened at that time. The boy, who was just 10 days old, started talking. He was furious and he said, "How come that you're talking about my death because of a tiger? Beware tigers now. I'm not going to leave the tigers now." So here you can see an element of supernatural has been brought in by the writer, because it is very unlikely or unnatural that a boy just 10-day old can speak and also ask the questions which are quite genuine questions. So after this, the prophecy was just in background, and the king, he was brought in a very royal manner. And when he was almost 20 years old, he was crowned king. As he was crowned king, he came to know, and the people started talking now. The king has been crowned, and now he is going to be our ruler, and now the prediction may come true. When he came to know about the prediction, he was quite annoyed and he was also worried. And he decided that I should postpone my state affairs. It's not time to think about people, think about the state, or think about my affairs. I should just decide to make my life safe first. I should belie the prediction of the astrologers. So, as you know, the way he had been brought in, he was that was very different, and somewhat humor has been brought in there. What type of bringing in he had. He was brought by in British, in English style. There was a British nanny to look after him. He was taught by an English teacher. and he was also made to watch English movies, and he was not allowed to watch the Hindi movies. And as such, whatever happened, but he was brought up very nicely. As far as his physical body and his bravery is concerned, and he decided that I'm not going to let the tigers kill me, I'm not going to let the prediction come true. So he decided to kill the tigers. He also killed the tiger, and as he killed the tiger, he brought the dead body of the tiger to the astrologer and said, look, tigers can't kill me, I am brave enough, I can kill tigers. And the astrologer says, you may kill 99 tigers, but the 100th tiger is going to be the cause of your death. So what did the king do? He banned tiger killing in his kingdom, and he also pronounced that anybody who would try to harm a tiger, killing a tiger was a far off thing, and anybody who would even try to harm a tiger anyway will be punished by law. And one day what happened? A British officer came to his territory and he expressed the desire to hunt a tiger. But as the rule had already been in action, nobody was permitted to kill tigers. Only king decided that he was going to kill all the 100 tigers and see that prediction doesn't come true. At this point, when he refused the permission to the British officer for killing a tiger, the British officer requested, okay, I may not kill a tiger, but if you kill the tiger, let me have a photograph with the tiger. Even that permission was not granted. And this somehow displeased the British officer, and the king felt that there might be some danger to his throne. The British officer may get him dethroned, as they were ruled by the Britishers. So what did he do? He wanted to please the British officer, and it was not that easy to do so. So he decided to gift a diamond ring to the wife of the British officer, and he did not want to send him a single ring, so he got 50 diamond rings made. He sent those 50 diamond rings to the wife of the British officer, just to see that she is happy and the British officer doesn't take any adverse step, doesn't dethrone him or take any action against him. But what did the lady do? She kept all the 50 rings. And what was the result? The king had to pay 3 lakh rupees as the cost of the 50 rings. But anyway, he was able to save his throne. So this tiger hunt continued for 10 years. And for 10 years, he did not pay any attention to the state affairs, welfare of his people, or any problems of the people. All he was concentrated on, all he was worried about was killing of tigers. And by the 10 years, as 10 years passed, he had killed 70 tigers. And what happened? There was a decline in the tiger population in Pratibandhapuram. And this was a matter of concern for the king, and said, I need to have 30 more tigers. I need to kill 100 tigers. And to solve this problem, he decided to get married, and he asked his ministers to look for a match. And the precondition of the match was he wanted a suitable match for himself. But the precondition of the match was that the territory or the state where he was going to get married should have a good tiger population. So he got married in a nearby state, and he kept on visiting his father-in-law's house, and on each visit he kept on hunting some 4 or 5 tigers, and now the tally of tigers reached 99. So after killing 99 tigers, he couldn't find more tigers. The tiger population in his territory had declined. The tiger population had declined in his in-laws' territory. So he was desperate to look for the 100th tiger to be killed. And at this point of time, he felt that the prediction was going to come true. So all his ministers and servants and everybody, all the employees, they were just given this one task: go and find a tiger. And there was a rumor that the ships were vanishing, sheep, they were vanishing from a particular area, and the guess was that perhaps a tiger was nearby, that's why the sheep were vanishing. And this raised hopes in the mind of the king, and he said, come on, I'll just give you a bonus. There will be no taxes for 3 years if you have given me this good news, and you'll find a tiger for me, so you will get a bonus. But all the hunt was on, but no tiger was found, and he was all the more furious, and he said, now the taxes will be doubled. So it was a very miserable situation for the employees, ministers. Now this shows the short-sightedness of the king, his obsession and his indifference to his duties as a king. Now Divan of the king, he wanted that he should not lose his job. He was very much worried. So he and his wife, they brought a tiger from People's Park in Madras, and they kept the tiger in their house because they did not want that such a situation should arise where the king would be furious and he would punish him or just terminate him from his services. So one night when they knew the king was in the forest and he was on lookout for the hunter tiger, they took this animal. This tiger was a diseased, weak, poor fellow, and he was taken in a car to the forest where king was hunting. And they dragged this beautiful situation here, they dragged the tiger out of the car and they placed him nearby the location where the king was supposed to hunt. And as the king saw the tiger, he was very much excited. So he had got what he wanted. He had a tiger, and he just fixed an aim at the tiger and shot. And the tiger fell down. King did not know the real reason. As the tiger fell down, king was excited and happy. Now I have defeated the astrologers, the prediction, and my stars. I have killed the hunter tiger and I'm still alive. And he ordered that this tiger, the dead body of the tiger which he had shot, which was supposed to be his hunter tiger, he should be brought in a grand procession to the palace so that he could celebrate his victory over the astrology and he could celebrate that he had saved his life. But as he left, and the tiger opened his eyes, and the hunters nearby, they were shocked to see the tiger alive. The tiger was very weak, he was frail, and because of the shot he had fainted, that the shot had missed the tiger. So what did the king do? He wanted that the tiger should be carried, and the hunters who were nearby did not have that much of courage to tell the king that he had not killed the tiger. The tiger had fallen, he had died, he had fainted, he had there. They shot the tiger immediately and they carried the dead body of the tiger to the palace. So king celebrated his victory, and after a few days, what happened? The third birthday of his son was approaching, and he decided to celebrate the third birthday. So far he had been engrossed in his own tiger killing. He had devoted no time to his family or to his state. Now he wanted to buy a beautiful gift for his son. So he went to the market, surveyed the market, and tried to find a suitable gift for his son. Now what gift he liked was a wooden tiger. And the shopkeeper who had this tiger said that was very cheap, of 2 annas or something, but he did not want to quote that price. He thought king will not purchase something cheap, something very low cost for his son. So he charged a big amount, and the king said, okay, let it be a gift from you to my son. So he did not pay anything for it, and he took. the tiger, the wooden tiger, as a gift for his son. Now, yes, sorry. You can interpret that it was his obsession with the tigers, that when he went to purchase a gift, all that he could like was a tiger. And unfortunately, the tiger, the tiny little wooden tiger, had wooden slivers all over it. Its surface was not finished well, and one of the slivers pierced the king's right hand. And as a result, what happened? He got infected. The infection flared up and slowly developed into a sore spreading all over his arm. So king was in a very bad health now. He was developing infection. Famous surgeons were called, doctors were called, all possible medical care was made available to the king. And they decided that he needed a surgery now. Now famous surgeons were brought from Madras. Operation was conducted, and the operation was declared to be successful. And when the surgeons came out, they said the operation is successful, the king has died. And we can say thus that the prediction came true. The king died because of a tiger, but it's very strange that he killed 99 live tigers, masculine tigers, strong tigers. He put up a brave fight. At times he had to put up a brave fight with the tigers, but ultimately he had to meet his fate. So the chapter has a very intense message, and the message is live and let live. The king had been indifferent to his duties, indifferent to wildlife around him. This also relates to the indifference we have towards the wildlife around us. For our own benefits, in order to save himself, the king did not mind killing 100 tigers as he thought so. So killing for one's whims is the gravest of the sins. Every life is precious and plays its own significant role in maintaining the balance of God's world. It's a message we need to know, convey, and spread, that that this world has been created for all of us. There is a lesson in class 11th, we have read that we have not inherited this earth, we have borrowed it. And when we leave this earth, leave this planet, we die, we have to return it because we have borrowed it, so that the future generations also are able to use it. All we need to do is to strike the balance to ensure healthy coexistence of humans with nature. Natural justice prevails in the story, and the Tiger King is punished for his misdeeds. So let us take it as a positive message. Let us take it and try to convey it and spread it and show our affection, care for all types of lives around us. Thank you.